song. Since you had a Bruichladdich before and you've got a Port Charlotte next, is it? Port Charlotte? Yes. For a long time I was kind of unofficial songwriter in residence for Bruichladdich. And really thanks to Jim and also Mark Rainey, but mostly Jim. And so when they were doing something interesting, they would invite me along. And I remember being invited the first time Jim was going to make the 4 times distilled whiskey. 4 times distilled whiskey. And a big crowd of us came. There were people from the newspapers and the television and me. And we stood around and watched from a distance because Jim explained that this had never been done before and the whole place might explode. It was very dangerous, so we were all keeping our distance, you know. And the whiskey came through the butterfly flap in the still safe and spirit safe, and it was a wonderful moment. And we were tasting it, and it was amazingly sweet because it was really high alcohol. The more you distill the whiskey, the higher the alcohol. So, if I remember right, it was 89.9% alcohol. This is not a breakfast whiskey. This is at least for brunch or lunch, you know. So at the end of the day, we were all given, all the visitors were given a souvenir bottle of Uisquebaugh Baul, that's what we call it. It means dangerous whiskey or perilous whiskey in the Old Gaelic. Uisquebaugh Baul, clear spirit, 89.9%, signed by Jim and Mark Rainey. Off we went with our bottles, clutching our souvenirs proudly. And of course all the other guys from the BBC and the Sun newspaper, they went on a taxi to the airport, and as soon as they went in the airport, they had the bottles taken away. Because anything over 70% alcohol is hazardous substance. And they were pleading, they said, let us take it, put it in the hold, you know, with our suitcase. The guy said, no way, this is not even going in the fuel tank, forget it. So you know how in the airports they have the bin for all the liquids, it's too big for the... About a dozen bottles went in the bin, you know. I think the airport staff had a big party that night. Now, I don't work for the television or the newspapers, I'm a penniless songwriter, so I was on the ferry. And Caledonian and McBrain don't give a shit what you've got in your rucksack. So I'm the only person in the world who has a bottle of new make spirit from Uisquebaugh. I started to write this song on the ferry. It's a warning. Uisquebaugh, high intensity, alcohol exceedingly risky, perilous whiskey, one sip you'll stumble and fall. Now Uisquebaugh is 4 times distilled, some say it cures, some say it kills. Take my advice, make out a will before you drink Uisquebaugh. Take 1 sip, don't take a second, it packs more punch than ever you reckoned. You'll spin in the wind like the Corrie Frecken with dangerous Uisquebaugh. Uisquebaugh, high intensity, alcohol exceedingly risky, it's perilous whiskey, 1 sip you'll stumble and fall. The island of Islay has numerous wrecks, mostly from flinging it over their necks, and now here's a dram that's better than sex, 4 times Uisquebaugh. For this is the stuff to put out your lights, it kicks, it bites, it's like kryptonite. You can lie on the floor, but you have to hold tight, you're spinning with Uisquebaugh. Uisquebaugh, high intensity, alcohol exceedingly risky, it's perilous whiskey, 1 sip you'll stumble and fall. And you'll be on the losing side, too late to run, no place to hide. final ruin, cursing poor Jim McEwen, 'cause you're on the losing side. Oh, you're on the losing side. One spoonful, your heart's beating fast. 2 spoonfuls, you're feeling quite gassed. 3 spoonfuls, you've breathed your last. You're in the past, oh what a blast. Uisquebaugh, Uisquebaugh, Uisquebaugh. High intensity, 17th century, savage ferocity, super velocity. Wonderful Uisquebaugh, wonderful Uisquebaugh. Wonder fuel, Uisquebaugh.